With both teams looking for their first win of the campaign, this match was billed by many as a wooden spoon decider in Rome. The Italians came into it having lost their last 6 home games in the RBS Six Nations. Haimona, Odiete, Furno and Ghiraldini all came into the starting 15. Tim Visser into the Scottish side, with Sean Lamont dropping to the bench. Ryan Wilson was a late inclusion for Dave Denton, who withdrew. The Scots looking for revenge, having slipped to defeat at home to the Azzurri last season. After a quiet start to the game, the Italians opened the scoring with a very well-struck kick from distance by Kelly Haimona, and that made it 3-0. Despite being over 40 metres out, the kick had plenty to spare and a good start with the boot from the Zebre number 10. After that early concession, Scotland moved into a higher gear and they took the lead in the 10th minute with a try of real quality. Tim Visser evaded Edoardo Gori's tackle and Stuart Hogg did well, showing good footwork and great awareness to offload to the onrushing John Barclay, who charged over for the first try of the game. The experienced Scarlets man crossing the white line to put Vern Cotter's men in front, but a lot of credit must go to Visser and Hogg. Laidlaw kicks the conversion for a 7-3 lead. And just a few minutes later, the Scots took a firm grip on the game. They were over for a second try. Finn Russell with the initial surge, and when the ball was recycled, the Scots again attacked down the left-hand side. Wilson to John Hardie, who got over to the delight of the travelling Scottish supporters. Scotland dominating. Laidlaw's conversion was a beauty, and it was 14 points to 3 just past the quarter-hour mark. In the 26th minute, Laidlaw made it 17-3, so it was vital for the home side to score next to maintain hope, and that's what they did with a fabulous break. Fullback David Odiete picked out Gonzalo Garcia, who used his bulk before Odiete found Leonardo Ghiraldini, and the experienced Leicester Tiger hooker forced his way over to give Jacques Rounel's men a lifeline. A fine score by the man from Padua, and Haimona kicks the conversion from a wide position to leave it 17-10 in Scotland's favour. That's how it stood at half-time, but the Scots gave themselves a little more breathing space in the 46th minute when Laidlaw landed another kick to extend the visitors' lead to 20 points to 10. But the Italians showed good fight and immediately put the Scottish defence under pressure, forcing a penalty from close range, which Haimona tapped over for 13 points to 20. Laidlaw then added 2 more penalties in the 54th and 58th minute. This one an excellent kick, giving the Scots a double scores lead, 26-13. A really good effort from Laidlaw from distance. The away supporters well impressed with his kicking on the day. The Scots were temporarily reduced to 14 men past the hour mark when Finn Russell was sin-binned for a deliberate infringement at the ruck. And almost immediately the Azzurri took advantage. Substitute Martin Castrogiovanni amongst those asking questions of the Scots defence close to the line, and eventually it was Treviso lock Marco Fuser who drove over. The ref asked the TMO to check the grounding of the ball, and despite the best efforts of WP Nell, the big Italian number 4 got it down for his first ever international try. When Haimona converted, it was back to 20 points to 26. Laidlaw continued to be deadly with the boot, and on 65 minutes, another monster kick from him saw the lead extended to 9 points once more. Then, despite having WP Nell yellow-carded for a deliberate knock-on, Scotland had the final say on the scoreboard, and what a great try it was. The offload from Stuart Hogg to Tommy Seymour was magnificent, and the winger from Tennessee gleefully crossed for the Scots' 3rd try of the game to round off a good win for Vern Cotter's men. Hogg's pass was delightful, and when Laidlaw converted, it left a final score of 36 points to 20. The Scots will go into their next game at home to France on a high after this win. For the Italians, it's now 1 win in 13 Six Nations matches, and they face a difficult trip to Dublin next. After a very entertaining game in Rome, it finished at the Stadio Olimpico, Italy 20, Scotland 36.